Morning everybody, it's the Happy Highlander here. The big shiny yellow thing in the sky. It's bloody cold, but so you might be able to see that I'm in the tank. And that's because my wee van broke down last night on the way home from work. You might have seen that my alternator's broken. So I was driving home, I was working late last night at Tummel, building these steps into the river. I had to come home with my lights on, of course, because it was dark. And I got maybe 4 miles from the house and the thing just died. So that's me on my way to try and fix it. So I've charged the battery up. I set off last, I managed to get a lift. One of my kind neighbours was passing, they gave me a lift home. And so I thought, right, what am I going to do? Right, I'll get the tank started up, drive down to the wee van and get the stuff out of the back, tools and things, just in case, you never know. Not that there's much thievery at all up here. And I'll get the battery and get it charged up. So I drove all the way down there and forgot the bloody keys. So I had to go all the way back. So that was me till about 8:30 last night. And then, so I did get the battery on the second attempt. Got it charged up, that's it, sat down there. And hopefully I can get my wee van sorted. So I'll do that now, let you know how we get on. But the good news is, just spoke to Gary this morning, we're going to get the tank in definitely next week. He's just looking through his files and his appointments and whatnot, and he's going to fit me in the next slot, so that's great. And then this morning I saw the wee wood-fired oven that I'm going to buy, and they've come down a wee bit in price. You know, they were nearly 400, and this one I've seen is 335, something like that. But it's smashing because it's got a big firebox that's about 10 inches square, so you can see the flames at night. Warm the heart, you know. Anyway, so I've just packed up at my wee spot, my wee soul food spot. I come here every morning. It's awfully nice. Look, wait a minute, I can actually flip you around rather than itself. Alright, there you go, see. I'm going to turn it off. I'll turn it off. It's not so noisy. Right, so every single morning I stop here, I have my breakfast at home, my physical food, and then I come here every morning, roll a wee smoke, and sometimes play my flute, and get my second breakfast, which is my soul food. And there's a wee robin that comes every morning. And yesterday, he was just there, on the road there, and he's seen me and he's bobbing his head. And so I always give him some breakfast. And I gave him a lovely lump of cheese yesterday. So I just wondered if he might show up. But it's a different vehicle, you see. And it's later in the day. So we'll see. Right, so I'll pause you and I'll let you know how I get on with the wee van. Right, see you in a bit. Cheery bye. I think I've just seen the wee robin in that tree. Sometimes when I play my flute, that brings him in. So I'll get my flute. Wait a minute. And bear in mind, I'm not very good at the flute. I'm getting there. Oh no, it isn't. It's a wee blue tip or something. That was shite, wasn't it? That low key is rubbish, because I cracked it. Right, show you. I don't know if you can see in there. Wait a minute. Aye. Can you see that there? The whole thing cracked. I put my reclining seat down on it, and it's because it's this African babinga wood. It's very fragile. It's like glass, and it shattered into millions of pieces. I was gutted, but so I managed to fix it, but there was a big crack in there, and the piece was lost. So I filled it with wood filler, hoping it'd do it. But just listen, it's rubbish. The bottom key's wrong. See, rubbish. So I need a new one. I'll save up. I'll treat myself to one when I've moved into the tank. Anyway, my wee Robbie's no turned up. He's probably seen and thought, oh, that's no Frank, that's a different vehicle. But he'll get used to it, you see. Right, I better go and see if I can fix my wee van. See you in a bit. There's my wee van. Trouble is, when I was coming back, this has happened before where the battery had gone very low. So it's happened before, but what happened last night, what was that there was a red light coming on, and I think that was maybe the immobiliser kicking in. So I'm just going to put the fully charged battery on. And I brought the key this time. So, honest to God, see me in vehicles. See this one? This one's my pal. It was my saviour last night. Oh, there's a big bird. Wait. Oh, it's away. A big... There you can. Like a big, what do you call it? A big bird of prey there. There's one comes in my garden every well, he used to come in every single day. Used to put all the bones and all the bits of fat out for him, and I've not seen him for a wee while. Big buzzard, you know, smashing big fella. I mean, he's really big. And every now and again, you know, it's almost like he thanks me, because there's an area in the garden where he's got plenty of space, you know, and that's where I put all the fatty meat and things, you know, and sometimes he gets his food and he buggers off into the big cherry tree and scoffs it, and then later on, when I'm in the garden, he flies by. He flies over my head, looking at me, like he's saying thank you. In fact, we'll just go to the cherry tree, and hopefully we can see his pecking post, because there's bones on the branch of the tree. So we'll maybe do that later. But anyway, I need to fix this bloody van. So we'll see how we get on. I'll show you. Funny, isn't it? The shite that happens. But see, if this was happening in the city, it'd be really shitty. Because look, even though it's a terrible thing, it's not that bad. I mean, it's not the end of the bloody world, but look where I am. You know? Right, well, get this battery on, see how we get on. Can you see that? Right, fingers crossed, eh? Well, that's the battery on. So here we go. Where's the bloody key? What's that? Right, here we get on. Come it's a smashing wee van. It starts first time every time, but I spoke to Gary. Gary's the guy that's going to fix the tank, or MOT the tank. And he's bought the thing in the village, the garage in the village, but he's done everything. He's done, you know, put new ramps in and all the technical stuff that you need for a garage. And he waited for ages and ages for Vosa to come and sign it off. They've been and signed it off, and now he's waiting for the certificate because he has to have the certificate on display in the garage, so blah de blah. So that's what's holding it back. So the wee van can go into that one. The big one, the tank, has to go to Glasgow. So like I say, it normally starts first time every time, but that red light came on, so we'll see. Yeah, beauty. Right, it's working. So now I need to work out how I'm going to get the tank 4 miles that way, and then get my ass 4 miles this way, and get it home. So I'll go to work tomorrow. So I've lost another day. Then, interestingly, the eviction. I got an email this morning from the solicitors that have been dealing with the guy that sent me the eviction. The guy I've been dealing with for nearly 9 years, who's didn't come to see me to say, Frank, I'm sorry, mate, you know, you've been a great tenant, blah blah blah. Never bothered to have any kind of conversation with me about it, just dropped this bomb on me, giving me 8 weeks to get out of my cottage after nearly 9 years. Anyway, and if you remember, in that guy's last email that he sent to me, even though I told him not to contact me again except through his solicitors, he told me in that email that his son now owns the property. So anyway, I got this email this morning to ask again if the chimney sweep can come on Saturday, which isn't too bad. I'm going to let the guy in because Chris, who does the chimney sweeping, he's a smashing fella. He's a really nice natured man, you know, that way. But the solicitor's email says, acting on behalf of your landlord. Well, I don't know who that guy is. Is it still the guy that's evicted me at first, or is it now his son? I don't know. So we'll need to find out. There you go. Hope your van's working. I'll turn it off. Well, that's certainly a sigh of relief, I'll tell you that, because without that, I'm going to get to work. I mean, I can use this, I can use the tank, but I've a lot of sort of stone and stuff to shift, and I need the trailer, and there isn't a tow bar on the back of this. There's somebody squeezing by. That's a fancy bit of kit, is it no? Ranger Services was written on the side of that wee truck there. Come on, I'll show you. I mean, if you want to break down right here, do you know? And then there's the Blackwood Forest. Right, apologies, I need to go to the shop. I need to go and see the boy. I've got a young fella, Graham. He's a smashing young fella, you know. He's only just turned 18, and he's the grandson of my good friends Graham and Mandy. Mandy, who makes the wonderful jam, smashing cakes as well. She makes lovely fudge, but I hate fudge. And it's their grandson. He's only 18, but since he was
14 or 15. He's had like a paper round and odd jobs and stuff, and he saved all his money and bought himself a smashing motorbike. It's only I think it's a 125, but it looks like a big Harley Davidson. It's a big fat looking thing. But he's done that, saved up, and he works great for me. So what I do is just give him a list of jobs, and he can go and do it in his own time. And last week, I think he'd done maybe 7 hours or something, but I was so impressed. I paid him for 10 hours because he deserved it. He worked hard and he earned it. So I'm going to pop in and see him, see how he's doing, and nip to the shop, get something for my dinner. So that's it. So I'll pause you. I'll see you in a bit. I know I keep saying this, but I love driving the tank. Honest to God, it's ace. It's just so big and strong and macho. And then the thing is, like I say, when I'm driving it, people see it and go, oh shit, get out of the way of that. So they pull in for me. I mean, I'm a very courteous driver, so I am. You know, very conscientious that way. I used to be in the fire brigade when I was younger. And fires are one thing, but see, RTAs, road traffic accidents, they're a bad thing, so they are. So I've always been very cautious on the roads, very courteous. And here's the thing, see if somebody's up your arse and they're speeding, and they're trying to get by you, they're in a rush. There's no point stopping them because you don't know why they're in a rush. Just imagine the next time it happens, before you start kicking off, road raging and all that bollocks, just imagine, just think, the person behind you could have just got a phone call that his granddaughter's stuck under a bloody tractor for all you know. Here, look, case in point, watch. So there we go. That car there just pulled in for me. They saw their tank and thought, oh, I'm not messing with that bloody big thing. Thank you. There you go. Aye, so I'm always very courteous on the road, so I am. Because I drive slowly. Because funny thing is, when you drive fast and you drive slow, it's always there when you get there, isn't it? So I drive slowly, always check my mirrors. If somebody's in a rush, especially the delivery guys and whatnot, they're in a rush to get somewhere. They've got work to do. I've got work to do, but I'm always chilled about it. I don't rush. Take my time, so I do. And but like I say, you never know why somebody's up your arse in a rush. You know, you just never know. Could be anything. Could be, a fireman, and his beeper's just gone off. Something like that. Anyway, just got to the wee job that the young fella Graham's been doing for me. So we'll just go and have a quick look and see how we get on. Again, smashing spot, eh? This is great. This is a wee beach that I chucked my rod out there and cut my grass, do my work. And like I say, a couple of times I've left this wee job with 2 or 3 trout. I can see the boy's been today. Let's see what he's been up to. He's a good lad. And at the moment he's taking driving lessons. And his lovely grandpa to buy a wee Fiesta. Oh, he's done a smashing job, look. His task today, these paths here were off full of moss. They were just covered in moss, just nothing but green moss. His last task, this is the job, I paid him a couple of hours extra. These were all growing right out here. So I said, right, there's your shears, cut all that nice and tight. So he's done all that. He's done this path as well. Cut all that back. I asked him to clip that to the height of the window. He's done that. Oh, good lad. He's done this path as well. This was terribly, terribly slippy. And then that pile of logs there, that was maybe 3 times as high. And he's, excuse me, he's clogged all them up and put them in the garage. Trimmed that down to that level. He's cut all that back as well. Oh, good lad, look at that. He's done this path as well. You can probably see where he's been scraping it all away. And then what he's done, he's used his blower and got rid of all the moss. Ah, it's a smashing job you've done, son. Well bloody done. Well done. And he was only here for a couple of hours, so I said to the boy, you know, work hard, look after me, son, and I'll look after you. And he's certainly doing that for a young boy. He's got a good head on his shoulder, so he has. I'm awfully proud of him. So I just said to him, you know, it's winter time, there isn't millions of work, son, but because he's taking his driving lessons, and he does a double lesson in Pitlochry, and it's £80 a pop for a 2-hour lesson. So I said to him, right, what I'll do, son, if you're a good worker, I'll do what I can to give you at least enough work to pay for your double driving lesson every week. And he's proven to be worth his weight in gold. God love him. Aye. You know, he's one of them, his hair's like that. His hair's like that. You can't see his eyes. You know, it's like that. Black curly hair. And then I came to see him the other day, I didn't recognise him. He had a bobble hat on, and you could actually see his eyes. I said, bloody hell, Graham, I didn't know you had eyes, son. Hey, so down to the shop, get some supplies, and work out how I'm going to get my wee van back. Because I need to get a trailer full of stone to concrete these steps. What a job I had yesterday digging those steps out. I'll show you tomorrow, I'll do a wee video on it. And the banking is very, very steep. You know, it's steeper than this. It's about this steep here. It's kind of steep like that, right? But the way it's been, the banking's been sort of thingied, it's just full of boulders. And I swear, some of them, they were like car engines. What a nightmare it was. But anyway, I done it, managed to do it at 56 and a half years of age. I'm still doing it. Still fighting fit. You know, got my health, got my tank. What more can a man want other than a winning lottery ticket? I apologize, see you in a bit. You know how I was just saying about I drive very slowly? That's not entirely true. When I went to get the tank from Wolverhampton, I was in a hire car driving on the motorway, the M6, and it was one of those situations where the motorway was down to sort of 60 and 50 and 60 and 50 and so on for a few miles. Anyway, managed to get myself a speeding ticket. Bloody hell, I've had a clean licence since I was 18, right? And I've just had £100 fine and 3 penalty points. But anyway, there you go. So I made a mess of that one. Right, look at Chihali and I'll show you them out. The snow's fair creeping down the hill now, eh? And that one there, that's the giant. He's lying dead, look. So him and another giant, this guy, and another giant at the other end had a bit of a fallout, probably over the phone. And they were throwing boulders at one another, the size of cars and size of blocks of flats. And one launched one at the other and the other one launched one at that one. And they managed to kill each other. So there's a dead giant there, and there's a dead giant at the other end of the loch. It's true. Right, I'm away at the shop. See you in a bit. That's me just been into the shop. £5 something for 2 chicken breasts. Every time you go in that shop, you get half a carrier bag, it's 20 bloody quid. Since that COVID, everything's gone up, gone through the bloody roof. Right guys, that's about it for this video. I'll probably see you on the next one. And thank you very much for everybody that subscribed. Can't believe this because it's growing and growing and growing. I managed to ruffle a few feathers with a wee YouTube. Was it a short I did about the? It was a YouTube short about the petition for a new general election. Managed to ruffle a few feathers. I was called an idiot, a moron, and a fud. So there you go. So one guy called me an idiot and a moron. I know who he is. I know. And another guy called me a fud, which is a bad Scottish one. Anyway, but that 1 minute YouTube short got me 10 new subscribers. There you go. That's the trouble with this day and age. You see, you can't say anything whatsoever without upsetting somebody. So I don't go out of my way to upset people. It just is what it is. And you know, people have just about had enough, and that's it. You know, we're all a bit disgruntled. You know, people make promises, and there's nothing worse than broken promises. You see, somebody's been promising me something for a year, and it keeps not turning up. And you know, it just gets you down, doesn't it? You know, oh, I'll give you this, I'll get you that, I'll get you this, I'll get you that. Like when I was a wee boy, I was promised a dog. I was getting a dog, and I was getting a dog, you know. And my dad was going to go and get it from a guy at the pub. And I waited, and I waited all night. And, you know, I think I was still in primary school. I was about 9 or 10. I really wanted this wee dog, you know. So I kept, my bedroom was at the back, and Mum and Dad's was at the front, and I kept going, and every time I heard the car, I'd tiptoe, look through the window and see my wee dog. My wee dog never turned up, you know. So that's kind of the situation we're in with this new political lot that are in just now. It is a lot of promises, and you know, and didn't do what they said they were going to do. So people are a bit pissed off. You know? Anyway, there you go. That's me done. I'm just going to sit here, roll a wee smoke. Look, I'm at the lock side. So there you go, and I'll see you on the next one. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you ever so much again. There's about 1,080 of us now, my subscribers. So God bless each and every one of you. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next one. What I'm going to do when I get home is I'm going to order the oven. I've just been thinking about it, and I just spoke to my pal who owns the shop, Nick, and I just told him, I thought, you know what, it's £330, I think. I'm just going to go and buy it right now. That's going to be the first job I do when I get in. Okie dokie. Right, God bless each and every one of you. Cheery bye.